If you're still overspending on groceries every month, get ready, because what you're about to learn can completely change how you shop. Aldi isn't just another discount supermarket. For people who know how to use it, Aldi is a powerful secret weapon, helping you stretch every dollar further without sacrificing flavor, quality, or nutrition. What if I told you that several Aldi items actually outperform big national brands in blind taste tests, use cleaner ingredient lists, and can cost up to 50% less per package? Some of these swaps can save your household hundreds of dollars a year, and a few of them are so good that once you try them, you'll wonder why you ever paid full price for the name brand version. Today, we're breaking down 10 Aldi products that don't just match the big brands. In many cases, they flat out outperform them. And you'll definitely want to hang on until the very end, because the number one pick on this list is a must-have pantry staple that loyal shoppers swear by, and it tends to disappear from the shelves quickly. Before we dive in, do me a favor. Tap that like button and subscribe to Frugal Finds for You if you love cutting your grocery bill without lowering your standards. Turn on notifications as well, because we drop regular money-saving breakdowns that help you shop intentionally, spend less, and still enjoy the very best of what's on the shelf. All right, let's jump in. Number 10, aged white cheddar cheese. If you consider yourself even a casual cheese lover, this first one might just blow you away. Aldi's Emporium. Selection aged white cheddar is not your typical budget cheddar. It's a legitimately premium cheese that goes toe-to-toe with some of the priciest brands you'll find at specialty stores. While a lot of mass-market cheddar is rushed through the aging process to get it on shelves faster, Aldi's aged white cheddar is allowed to mature for over 12 months. That time matters. It's what gives the cheese that deep, sharp tang, a nuttiness that lingers on your tongue, and a subtle sweetness that only properly aged cheese develops. The texture is firm and crumbly when sliced, but it softens and almost melts on your tongue as you eat it. If you've ever paid extra for artisan cheddar at a fancy grocery store, you'll recognize the same flavor profile here, but not the price. Aldi's aged white cheddar can run close to 50% cheaper than comparable blocks from big-name brands. Yet in blind tastings, many people can't tell which one is supposed to be the expensive cheese. Use it in homemade mac and cheese if you want that ultra-creamy, grown-up flavor. Add it to a charcuterie board next to grapes, nuts, and cured meats, and it will look and taste like something straight out of a restaurant. Even if you're just slicing it over crackers for a late-night snack, this cheese instantly elevates the moment. And here's a little detail to look for. Ever notice those tiny crunchy bits inside aged cheddar? Those are calcium lactate crystals. They're a natural sign of proper aging and high quality. A lot of premium brands brag about this, but Aldi delivers the same experience without the high-end pricing. Number 9, organic ketchup. Think all ketchup is basically the same red sauce in a different bottle? Aldi proves that's not true. Their Simply Nature organic ketchup isn't just a good-for-the-price option. It's legitimately better than many mainstream brands in both taste and ingredients. Most of the big-name ketchup bottles you grew up with rely on high fructose corn syrup, artificial flavors, and preservatives to keep costs low and shelf life long. Aldi's organic ketchup goes in the opposite direction. It's made with organic, vine-ripened tomatoes, and a short, simple ingredient list that actually reads like food, not chemistry. The flavor is where it really separates itself. Instead of that overly sugary, flat tomato taste, you get a bold, bright tomato flavor with a natural sweetness and a clean, tangy finish. It tastes more like a real tomato-based sauce and less like candy on your fries. Blind taste tests have repeatedly shown Aldi's organic ketchup ranking above giants like Heinz and Hunt's for both flavor and overall preference. And when you check the price, it gets even better. Per ounce, you're often paying around 40% less than the well-known brands. That means for every bottle you swap, you're saving money while upgrading what's going on your burgers, hot dogs, and fries. Here's a fun experiment. Next time you're at Aldi, Grab a bottle of Simply Nature organic ketchup and compare it at home with whatever you currently have in your fridge. Pour a little of each into separate dishes and don't tell your family which is which. Most people end up choosing the Aldi version on taste alone, and then you get the bonus of a cleaner ingredient list and a smaller receipt. Number 8. Cinnamon Crunch Squares Cereal. If Cinnamon Toast Crunch has a hold on your breakfast routine, Aldi's Cinnamon Crunch Squares are about to test your loyalty. This cereal delivers that same dangerously addictive crunch, the perfect blend of cinnamon and sugar, and a flavor that makes it hard to stop at one bowl. The difference is what you pay for it. Aldi's version gives you that familiar sweet cinnamon swirl and satisfying snap when you bite into each square. Pour milk over it, and you still get that crunchy texture, plus the bonus of cinnamon-flavored milk at the end. The experience is nearly identical to the name brand, but the price is not. You're usually paying close to half the cost per box for Aldi's version. On top of that, Aldi's take on this cereal tends to skip some of the extra artificial ingredients that sneak into mainstream brands. You get a simpler list, more focus on real flavor, and fewer unnecessary additives hiding behind long, confusing names. Now let's talk savings. Studies have shown that the average household in the US spends over $350 a year on cereal. If you're mostly buying name brand boxes, you're paying a premium for marketing and packaging. Switching to Aldi's Cinnamon Crunch Squares for your cinnamon cereal fix could easily put over $150 back into your budget each year, especially if you have kids who live on cereal. If you're skeptical, set up your own comparison. Pour Aldi's cereal into one bowl and the name brand cereal into another. Mix them up and see if anyone in your house can reliably tell which is which. For most families, the only difference they notice is how much less they pay. Number 7. Milk chocolate. Let's talk about real chocolate for a second. If you've ever taken a bite of a cheap candy bar and immediately noticed that waxy, artificial aftertaste, you already know not all chocolate is created equal. That texture comes from fillers, lower quality fats, and artificial flavors being used in place of real, high-quality cocoa and proper processing. Aldi's Lacura milk chocolate tells a completely different story. Produced under strict European chocolate-making standards, this bar is rich, smooth, and creamy in a way many American candy bars just can't match. It typically contains significantly more cocoa than brands like Hershey's, which means you get a deeper chocolate flavor instead of just sugar and sweetness. When you snap off a square, you'll notice the clean break. When you hold it between your fingers, it starts to soften. And when you taste it, it melts smoothly across your tongue without that waxy coating or synthetic aftertaste. It feels and tastes far more like Swiss or Belgian-style chocolate than a basic grocery store bar. No artificial flavors are hiding in this bar, no strange chemical notes at the end. Just a straightforward, indulgent chocolate experience. And somehow, Aldi still manages to sell it for around 50% less per ounce than many of the big-name candy brands. One of the big secrets behind why European chocolate often tastes better comes down to two key factors: higher cocoa content and a longer conching process, where the chocolate is mixed and aerated for extended periods to develop flavor and silkiness. Aldi's chocolate follows that tradition, focusing on real cocoa and proper refinement instead of quick, cheap shortcuts. Once you get used to that level of quality at Aldi prices, it becomes really hard to go back to paying more for something that tastes worse. Number 6. Spicy cheddar cheese. If you like your food with a little kick, Aldi's spicy cheddar cheese is about to earn a permanent spot in your fridge. This isn't just a basic cheddar with random heat thrown in. It's a carefully aged, creamy cheddar infused with jalapeno, or similar peppers, in a way that balances flavor and spice, instead of letting one overwhelm the other. When you bite into it, you get that sharp, bold cheddar flavor first, followed by a slow-building warmth that spreads across your tongue. It doesn't blow out your taste buds. Instead, it lingers just enough to keep you reaching for another slice. The texture stays rich and smooth, so you're not trading creaminess for spiciness. Some spicy cheeses on the market rely heavily on artificial flavors or strange pepper extracts to create heat. Aldi's spicy cheddar delivers real, authentic spice and avoids unnecessary fillers. It's the kind of cheese that works just as well on a snack plate as it does melted on top of a burger or tucked inside a grilled cheese sandwich with a little extra crunch on the outside. Price-wise, it's another win. You're often saving 30 to 35% compared to more famous spicy cheddars from brands like Cabot or Tillamook, while still getting a cheese that can absolutely stand beside them in terms of taste and quality. Try shredding it over nachos, layering it onto homemade quesadillas, or pairing it with smoky barbecue sauce. That combination of creamy, sharp cheese and gentle heat turns simple meals into something that tastes as you ordered it from a restaurant instead of making it at home. Number 5. Milsani Greek yogurt. If you're focused on high-protein eating, gut health, or just smarter snacking, Greek yogurt probably already plays a part in your routine. But the price of some of the big-name tubs can add up fast. That's where Aldi's Milsani Greek yogurt steps in. This yogurt isn't thin or watery. It's triple-strained, which means much of the liquid whey has been removed. The result is a yogurt that's thicker, richer, and more satisfying, with more protein packed into every spoonful. It has that classic Greek yogurt tang without being harsh, and a velvety texture that works beautifully in both sweet and savory dishes. Many mainstream Greek yogurt brands quietly add extra sugar, gums, or stabilizers to adjust the texture and make it more dessert-like. The trade-off is often more sugar and a less real yogurt taste. Milsani keeps things straightforward, focusing on that clean, tangy creaminess you expect from real Greek yogurt. You can swirl in honey and granola for breakfast, scoop it over fresh fruit, blend it into smoothies, or even use it as a healthier replacement for sour cream in tacos, baked potatoes, or dips. It gives you that same cool, creamy mouthfeel with more protein and fewer questionable ingredients. The price difference is where it really shines. You're usually paying noticeably less than those familiar brand names while getting an equal or better product in terms of nutrition and texture. Here's a smart move. Use Milsani Greek yogurt as the base for overnight oats or homemade ranch dip. A single container can stretch into multiple breakfasts or snacks, making it one of the best value items in your fridge. Quick reminder before we keep going. If these Aldi swaps are opening your eyes to how much you could be saving, make sure you subscribe to Frugal Finds for you and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next breakdown of underrated store brands and hidden grocery hacks. Number 4. Gut Bio Organic Products. If you've ever walked through an organic grocery store and felt your wallet flinch just looking at the price tags, you're not alone. A lot of people want to eat cleaner and more organic, but think they just can't afford it. Aldi's Gut Bio Organic line exists to prove that assumption wrong. This line covers a wide range of staples: grains, dairy, snacks, pantry items, and more. Everything under the Gut Bio umbrella meets strict organic standards, meaning fewer pesticides, no synthetic fertilizers in production, and ingredients that are closer to their natural state. The big difference is what you pay. Compared to other healthy grocery chains like Whole Foods, 365 line, or even Trader Joe's in some categories, Aldi's Gut Bio products can run up to 30% cheaper while matching them in quality. That means you can swap multiple items in your cart: pasta, beans, cereal, milk, snacks, to organic versions without doubling your bill. This isn't just about buying something with a green label and the word organic on it. Gut Bio products generally keep the ingredients list short, relying on real foods instead of artificial colors, flavors, and fillers. You're not just paying for a logo, you're paying for actual improvements in what you're feeding yourself and your family. If you're trying to eat better on a budget, start by switching a few key staples, like organic oats, beans, or dairy, to Gut Bio, and do a side-by-side price check with the other stores you shop at. The difference becomes obvious very quickly, especially if you make these swaps part of your normal routine instead of a one-time experiment. Number 3. Bake Off Bakery and pastry items. One of the most underrated sections in Aldi is the baked goods area. Their fresh pastries and breads are a quiet powerhouse that many shoppers walk right past. But if you're a fan of croissants, crusty loaves, or flaky pastries, this section might just become your new favorite stop. Aldi's butter croissants, artisan baguettes, and other pastries aren't good for the price. They're just good, period. The secret is that they're baked using traditional European-style techniques and quality ingredients. That's what gives them that light, airy interior with distinctive layers, plus the buttery, golden exterior that flakes when you tear into them. In blind taste tests, plenty of people have had trouble telling Aldi croissants, apart from ones sold in much more expensive bakeries. The flavor and texture are so close. Yet when you compare the prices, Aldi routinely comes in up to 60% cheaper than premium bakery brands or fancy grocery stores. These are perfect for quick breakfasts, sandwiches that feel a little more gourmet, or simple at-home treats with coffee or tea. And if you want that fresh out of the oven effect, there's a simple trick. Pop them into your oven or toaster oven for a few minutes. They crisp up. The butter aroma fills your kitchen, and suddenly it feels like you stopped by a European cafe instead of your local discount grocery. Number 2. Lacura Personal Care Products. Most people walk into Aldi thinking about snacks, produce, and pantry staples, not skincare. But the Lacura Personal Care line is one of Aldi's most surprising strengths, and it's something beauty fans have been quietly raving about for years. If you've been dropping $50 or more on moisturizers, eye creams, or serums from big-name brands, there's a good chance you've been paying for packaging and marketing. Lacura formulates its products to compete directly with high-end skincare lines like Olay or Neutrogena, but at a fraction of the cost. What makes Lacura stand out is its focus on proven ingredients. You'll find things like hyaluronic acid for hydration, retinol derivatives for smoothing fine lines, and vitamin C for brightening. Many of the same components that luxury brands highlight on their labels. The difference is that Lacura delivers them under European quality standards and then puts a very modest price tag on the front. Plenty of shoppers who have switched over to Lacura report that their skin feels and looks just as good, if not better, than when they were using much more expensive creams and serums. The only real difference they notice is the smaller number on their bank statement. If you're skeptical, don't overhaul your entire routine at once. Start with one product, like a Lacura anti-aging cream or hydrating serum. Use it consistently for a few weeks and see how your skin responds. For many people, it becomes the moment they realize they've been paying extra for a brand name all along. Number 1. Simply Nature Organic Peanut Butter. At the very top of this list is a pantry staple that many families go through jar after jar: peanut butter. Aldi's Simply Nature. Organic peanut butter doesn't just save you money, it gives you a cleaner, more authentic product than most of the big brands. Popular national peanut butter brands like Jif and Skippy often add sugar, palm oil, and other ingredients that turn what should be a simple food into a processed spread. It's sweet, sure, but it's not exactly the pure nut butter people think they're getting. Simply Nature Organic Peanut Butter keeps it honest with just 2 ingredients: peanuts and salt. That's it. No added sugars, no hydrogenated oils, no unnecessary fillers. The result is a rich, roasty peanut flavor that actually tastes like peanuts instead of candy. You'll probably notice a thin layer of oil sitting at the top of the jar when you open it. That's not a defect. It's a sign of a natural peanut butter that hasn't been stabilized with artificial additives. Give it a good stir, and you'll get a smooth, creamy spread that's perfect for sandwiches, smoothies, dipping apple slices, or baking. Price-wise, this is another big win. Aldi's organic peanut butter usually comes in noticeably cheaper than name-brand natural versions, and it's often around 50 cents less per jar than certain national natural brands while still delivering a more genuine taste. Now, think long-term. The average person in the US eats around 3 pounds of peanut butter a year, and families with kids can go through jar after jar. Over the course of a year, switching to Aldi's Simply Nature organic peanut butter can easily save you $70 or more if you're a heavy peanut butter household. That's a meaningful chunk of change from one simple swap. Use it in homemade protein bars, energy bites, breakfast smoothies, or cookie recipes. When the ingredients are this straightforward, the flavor holds up in everything you put it in. And there you have it. 10 powerful Aldi finds that prove you don't have to pay luxury prices to enjoy high-quality food, treats, and even skincare. From aged cheeses and rich chocolate to organic pantry staples and surprisingly good personal care products, Aldi keeps showing that store brand doesn't have to mean second best. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these Aldi must-haves are going straight on your shopping list? Do you already have a personal favorite from Aldi that didn't make this countdown? Share it in the comments below. Your go-to pick might help someone else save money and upgrade their cart at the same time. Before you head out, if this video helped you see Aldi in a new light, hit that like button and subscribe to Frugal Finds for you for more honest breakdowns, grocery swaps, and real-world money-saving strategies. Turn on notifications so you never miss our next video, because we've got even bigger savings ideas and store secrets coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.